Yeah, it's a healing.
That's the healing.
It's the healing. Only
Yes,
after the
I've been-
healing.
I've been able to do sitting down like this, like
Okay.
for
Yeah.
longer.
Thank you. Yeah. So, good morning, everybody. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning this morning, and I'm glad to be back at the center, leading the class today. And it's April, and it's an Easter weekend, so it's a happy time for everybody, I think. So I hope that we are going to have a very good session today. Now, again, good morning to everyone joining us online. And if there's any newcomer online, I just wanted to say a few basic things about our center and what we do here. And so Nirodha Meditation Center was started in November of last year. And I think Nicole came to the very first one. Welcome back. So here we try to teach and practice together as well the mindfulness meditation skill, and we try to learn and practice having the awareness of our body senses, of our environments, of our mind, our thoughts in the present moment without judgment. And it's not a religious study, a religious practice. It is a scientifically based practice, actually. We have a lot of research studies showing health benefits from practicing meditation. And we have gone through quite a few topics since November. And today I'm going to focus on a topic that, to be honest, I have not done before. So it is my first time. So if there is any, any mistakes or anything that any flaws, please help me to recognize it. And the topic is about equanimity. Now, that's a term that I really didn't know about until I started to practice yoga. And the yoga instructor, Travis Elliott, mentioned this word a lot. So what is equanimity? What is equanimity? So equanimity is a deep, profound state of mental well-being and balance. And so it's very hard to get to that state because everyday life, our mind is always wandering and getting frustrated. And although we practice mindfulness awareness in the present moment, I think it's very, very hard to be present in every second and every minute of the day. So not to mention to get into that deep, profound state of mental well-being. So if we know the reasons why we have mental, emotional instability, then we'll be able to help and train our mind to achieve the state of equanimity. So first, to get into that state, I believe that you have to be aware of the reasons why you have emotional instability to start with. Because if you don't know why, it's hard to get away from that why. So I welcome your input about the many reasons why we have emotional instability. Yes? Yeah. So what does stress do to you?
Stress makes us sick. Because it creates an imbalance completely.
But what is stress?
Just not being sure what's next.
Fear, yeah, yeah. Anxiety, yeah. Is depression stress? Yeah, it could be, yeah, stress. Or is frustration stress? Yes. Yeah. So, so stress, and what else causes you to have emotional instability? Pain. Yeah. So that's why there is a tight link between chronic pain and stress and depression and anxiety, all of that. And when we talk about emotional instability, I think most of the time it involves relationships between human beings, not so much between a human being and an animal or an object. Yeah, I think most of the time it's the interhuman relationship that cause us to have emotional instability, I think. Yeah. So through this practice of equanimity meditation, hopefully we will learn how to achieve a state of mental stability and well-being, and also hopefully it will help us to have a more healthy, wholesome viewpoint about people that we come into contact. Because everyday life, we come into contact with many different people, right? Many different people. And we usually have a viewpoint about each and every one of them, I think. So what viewpoint do you think, if we have to categorize it into 3 groups, what do you think?
That person is safe. They're a safe person.
Yeah, yeah. So when you use your feeling towards, people, I think, compassion, and so if you look at the people who you come in contact, you either like that person or you don't like that person, or you just have neutral or indifference, neither like or dislike, right? And I think that's it. We can't really have one emotion that is between indifference and like. Do you think we can? We can't really have that state of mind or emotion that is in between being indifferent and like, or being indifferent and dislike. You can, yeah.
Curious, just be open to what might sway you.
Yes, yes, yeah. So, and then, if we are going to examine that emotion a little bit deeper, so you have either like, dislike, or indifference. If you look into it a bit deeper, then you look into the reasons why, right? So why do you like this person? Why do you dislike this person? Why do you not have any emotion towards that person? So personality, yeah, so personalities that match your personalities, or, the energy, yes, yeah, the energy, yeah.
For example, for me, sometimes we all bump into a lot of people in life, and sometimes the energy of that person is a bit like off for me, or not, because it's not about a person being high energy or too low. It's something that is there that I can sense that there's something kind of that I don't like very much here.
Yeah, right.
So even though you try to not put the judgment part there,
right.
It's always
yeah. So a lot of the time we arrive to a decision whether we like or dislike a person based on what we perceive, right? Even before we come into contact with that person or talk or do anything together with that person, we already have kind of a initial perception about that person. So is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Can be a bad thing.
Can be a bad thing.
I go off a lot on vibe, and if it feels, then sometimes you isolate yourself because of that.
Right. So
feeling, you can wind up isolating yourself.
Yeah. So if you know that it could be a bad thing when you have that initial perception, then what should we do?
Be open.
Be open. Just don't go there. So that's the first step, walking towards equanimity. So and then, do you think that whatever perception you have with that person is forever? Is it permanent? No. So the impermanence is coming back into our meditation, right? Yeah. So really nothing is permanent, and it's the same as our perception about other people. Whatever dislike or like or indifference we have, it's not going to be permanent. It will change from day to day, from month to month, depending on our interaction with that person, right? Can it change from bad to good?
Yes.
It can. It can. And can it change from good to bad?
Yes.
Yes, because we have gone through our lives losing friendships, right? One way or another, we was very close to that person at one point in life, and then something happened, and then the relationship fell apart, and so you went from loving to hating. Okay, and sometimes we go through life, and the person that we didn't have very fond relationship with, suddenly that person did something very nice to you, and that one act, that one kind act is going to change the whole perception about how we see that person too. So knowing that, what does it teach us? Don't be judgmental. Yeah. Keep your heart open always. So treat everybody with equal regard. Equal regard. Don't hold any strong emotion against anybody. Strong emotion, even towards the people you love, don't hold strong attachment to that person. You can become needy too, or so even towards the people you love, if you become very attached, then it affects your emotional state too, when you become needy of that person, always dependent. So loving, but not having strong emotion attachment. And I think my husband always said to me, hate is a strong word, don't use that. And I think he has a point. I learned from him a lot, because when we choose the words to speak, it reflects our mental state. Right, mental state. And I know, you know, that everybody's different, but I don't know that it is true when a person who uses swear word is not going to have any emotion attached to that word when that word is spoken. Do you think that can happen? When, you know, when a person swear, you know, and curse, that moment that swear word or the curse word is spoken, do you think there is an emotion attached to that?
Relief for them,
Uh-huh.
but it passes the negative to you.
Yeah, but in the person who speaks that word, what emotion is released through that word? Yeah, yeah, anger. Yeah. So is it a good thing or a bad thing to use cursing words or swear words? I think it's
I
that.
cussed all the way to the doctor.
I was about to say, I tried my best.
Full set, perfect.
Huh?
And the guy behind me was just hauling on my butt. And then he passes me. And I'm already speeding. I know I'm speeding.
Yeah.
He passes me.
Yeah.
And then he gets in front and slows down and messes up my cruise control.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, jeez, really? That's why you passed me, was to slow down in front of me.
But so how did you feel in that moment when you cursed?
I wanted to just...
Right. So compare that to the moment when...
I'm horrible when I drive. I yell at everybody because I'm by myself in the car, nobody's there, and I can get away with it. Now,
Yes.
if I had someone with me, but if they're not there, I just let fly.
Well, the guy had obviously had a problem with his dad when you took his problem with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
made it your problem.
Yeah. So it didn't really help you, really.
No.
It really didn't help you, but in fact, your body... Yes, and your body in that moment when you curse and swear, already you change the physiology, biochemistry inside of you already. So, you know, I know some people may not agree with me, but, you know, I grew up always thinking never use the swear words. And, you know, if I can count in all of my life the number that I use it, maybe 5 in 50-something years. And did it help me to feel any better? No, because then afterwards I felt bad about myself too. So, you know, I don't know, you know, I think not using harsh words is beneficial for ourselves at first, though, because when we speak that, automatically inside our body that sympathetic nervous system got activated, and down that path you go.
The way I say it is, you don't want to hold it in. Like if you're by yourself, you know.
Okay, so
let it fly, because then it's
right.
out.
No.
It's a release.
It's a release, but
yeah.
Can we do it in a different way?
Because then all that bad stuff you said is out in the universe.
No, but you know, you can look at that person and say, "Oh, I love you." I love you so much, and I feel for you because you don't have that mental stability to make good decisions. I'm sending compassion to you. Try and do that. Yeah. So next time, next time try that, Shane.
If you
Try
just
that.
put a big smile and wave to them, and when they go and slow down, say, "Go slow."
Yeah.
They're gonna be so aggravated that you just put a smile and move on. You think that was a goofball.
Anyway, and yeah, so it's all about practicing. You know, recognizing. So in order to be able to be effective at meditation, you have to really use our mind, really, and a lot of the time we have to use our mind. Sometimes the next topic or so we'll talk about the do nothing meditation with our mind, right?
Yeah.
When you get into the do nothing, there is the meditation called do nothing meditation. When you really train your mind not to think about anything, like not about emptying your thought.
Nothing at all.
Yes, nothing at all. But there is that. But most of the time, to get to the wisdom or to change our pattern of behavior or thoughts, we have to use our mind, right? Okay.
Be a man for that, because always when you ask a man what you're thinking,
Nothing.
They are lying. Trust me.
Don't let them do
Don't
that.
let them do that to you, ladies. They're thinking of something.
You know
Yeah.
what? I was like, I changed my perspective of the red lights when I'm driving. And you know what I do now instead of like changing them? I'm like,
Yeah.
I was reading this thing a couple of weeks ago, and this artist was talking about how she does red light meditation. And I was like, this is interesting. So instead of when I'm seeing the light already changing, being on like, I just try to take a couple of breaths.
Yeah.
And it
Do
had
your
been,
breathing.
listen, it had been
That's a
helping
good
me.
idea.
It had been helping me because sometimes the minivan is full and there's a
Yeah.
lot of
Chatter.
and weird noises in the back of things on YouTube, on things on TikTok, on things on there,
Yeah.
And I'm with a lot of people in the car, but it's like I'm by myself. Certain ways.
Yeah. So yeah.
Try that.
Okay. So as we are going into this meditation session, I'd like you to, during the session, imagine your relationship with three people. Three people. So imagine a person who you like or love. Imagine or thinking about a person who you don't like. And imagine a person you have no, really no like or dislike towards that person. And then as you meditate, once you identify that person, the next step is to think about a few reasons why you have that emotion towards that person. And then the next step is to think about a scenario when, if, for example, if the person you like suddenly do something that is unacceptable to you and making you feel sad, how would you feel after that? Or you imagine the person and that how you would feel after a person who you love did something that changed your feeling towards that person. So, right? So then the person who you dislike, you imagine how, if that person did something really nice for you, how you would feel towards that person afterwards. And then it's the same with the person who initially you have no emotion towards. Imagine a scenario, if that person did something nice or not nice to you, how it would change. So when you do that, it is kind of, so this is like a practice session, helping us to examine situations that we will come across in our lives, and using meditation to change our feeling towards someone in order to get to that equanimity. So we go from like to just not strong emotion, or from being going from dislike to no more dislike, and so on. Okay, so let's get ourselves comfortable. Yes.
Rules on this, okay?
Yes.
So, someone we like or love.
Yes.
someone that has frustrated us or done something wrong
Yes.
that we find offensive or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
what are we supposed to meditate about the person that
So
done us harm in any way? Emotional harm.
So, so choose someone. When you think about someone who hurt you or someone you don't like, and it may bring back memories and it may be upsetting to you, then you choose a different person, okay? So choose a different person.
I'm just saying,
But
am I supposed to have like good thoughts about liking this person while I'm doing this? Or
yeah, so no.
I'm supposed to just think about
You think about,
the things they done.
identify the person, think about the reason why you have that particular feeling to that person, is the second step. Third step is identifying how your emotion would change if that person do something either nice or not nice to you. So if the person you love, you imagine something that person, if that person say something or do something that hurt you, and how that would change your perception or feeling towards that person. Yeah. So when you imagine about the person you dislike, imagine something that that person may do very nice for you, some nice thing, and how that action will change your perception about that person.
Nice person.
Be
that if they done something
bad. Yes.
how that would make me.
Right. And the and the not nice person, not nice person, yeah, the opposite.
I gotta think something good.
Okay, so let's get ourselves comfortable, so, and bring our awareness back in our body, and bring our awareness back into our 5 senses, and make sure you take deep breathing in and out. Be aware of your breathing, and be aware of how your mind, your heart, your breathing, your belly, your chest, whatever are feeling as you do this meditation as well. Okay, so take a few deep breaths, close your eyes, deep breathing in, and slowly breathing out. And as you take deep breath in and out, allow yourself to be in that very stable frame of mind, non-judgmental. Deep breathing in, slowly breathing out. Bring your awareness to your breath. Breathing in, you are aware that you are breathing in. Breathing out, you are aware that you are breathing out. Bring your awareness to your chest. See how it rises and falls. Bring your awareness awareness to your shoulders and back. Let go of any tension that you feel there. Feel your belly rising and collapsing as well. Imagining your diaphragm going up and down. Be aware of your legs. Are they comfortable? Deep breathing in. Slowly breathing out. Now, as you breathe deep in and out, bring your awareness to the image of one of your loved ones. Bring your awareness to all the reasons that you love that person. Now bring your awareness to a moment in time when that person did something that was not so nice to you. Now bring your awareness to the emotions that you have or had when that happened to you. Was you sad? Were you angry? Were you frustrated? did that change the love you have for that person? Now, as you take deep breath in and out, think of the ways or reasons that you have to preserve your initial state of emotions or feelings for that person. After that event, will you keep that memory of that event with you forever? Will you let it go? Will you forgive? Will you love that person more? How did that situation change you? Deep breathing in, slowly breathing out. Now turn your awareness to imagine the person that you are not fond of. Bring your awareness to all the reasons why you are not fond of that person. Now bring your awareness back to the moment in time when that person did something nice for you or said something nice to you. If there was no such thing, then imagine a moment that might happen to you. Bring your awareness to how that will change your perception towards that person. Will your heart be light? Will you feel happy? Will you see that person in a different light? Do you believe that that person has the capability of being nice, being kind? Does your belief change the way you feel towards that person? Bring your awareness to how that situation, when that person did something nice to you, change your relationship towards that person. And how that experience affects you. What did you learn about that experience? Keep breathing in and slowly breathing out. Now bring your attention and awareness to another person who you are neutral about him or her. You neither like or dislike the person. Now bring your attention and awareness to all the reasons why you don't have any emotion towards that person. Is it because you don't know that person at all? Is it because that person hasn't done anything nice or not nice to you? Now bring the awareness to the reasons or requirements that would change your emotion or feelings towards that person. Is there a condition that has to happen, change your emotion and perception? And if you have to have, or if you want to have, a feeling or emotion towards that person, what would it be? What would you choose for it to be? And why? Now take a few deep breaths in and out, allowing your awareness to return back to yourself. Return back to your breaths. Return back to your senses. How does your mind feel? How is your hearing sense? What are you tasting right now? What is the sensation on your skin like? How do your legs feel? Take a few deep breaths in and out. And now you slowly open your eyes and come back into the room. There we are. We just finished that meditation. So if you feel numbness and tingling in your legs, stretch your legs out. So we'll do a few massage and yoga stretches. Then we'll do some walking meditation. Yeah? So let's just warm up our palms and then rub our eyes. Massage your forehead down to your cheeks, up your jawbones. And then you can massage your head. And then gently rub your ears. Massage your ears. And don't forget to breathe deep in and out. Massage your neck. And then massage your upper back and shoulders. Massage out any tension in that muscle, the trapezius muscle. Okay. And then massage down your arm to your elbow, to your wrist, and slowly to your fingers. Massage that pressure point between your thumb and your index finger a few times. And then go back up the other side of your arm and down. And then we do the same on the other arm. And massage that trigger point also, the pressure point between your thumb and your index finger. And then back up the other side of the arm. Now we massage our chest down to the abdomen. And then down our lower mid back and lower back. And then down the side of our hip. I like to do both sides at the same time, but if you prefer to do one side at a time, you'll just do what you feel like doing. Okay. So massage the front of your thighs and the back of your thighs and down your knees, and down the front of your lower leg and on the calves. Okay, I think this is my favorite part where I massage my foot. So cross your legs and then I see now, Sean can cross our legs and do the foot massage. So, yeah. Now the pressure points on your soles, that is really good for you to massage. So, and then you massage your toes and back to the heels, and then just move your ankles a few times back and forth. Yes. Yeah, I think we don't pay enough attention to the feet. Yeah.
We said last Saturday. So funny.
Back and forth. You're cracking.
Yeah.
You're cracking. Yeah. Okay. So we'll stand up and we'll do a few stretches with our arms, and then we'll do the walking meditation. Put these. Okay. So we'll stretch our arms up like this. Okay. And then turn our body to the side. So take deep breath in and out as you do it. Okay, so to the other side. Okay. And then you do this stretches on one side and with the other arm. And then you do the other one. Stretch it out like that. So, and then there's this eagle stretch like this. So you put one arm underneath the other arm, like this, one arm underneath the other arm, and put your hands. when you do it that, but you lift it up like this, it will stretch out your upper arms and shoulders. Okay, yeah, like that. Yeah, and then you do this. You clasp your hands behind your back and stretch it out like that. Okay, so like this. So it feels good. So you stretch the back and the front of your shoulder joints. Okay. Yeah. You can bend it down like this too. Yeah, so that will stretch out the lower back as well. Okay. And then you can swing like this. This is quite good. Yeah, yeah, just like this. Okay. Let go. Okay. All right. So now we can do walking meditation. So while we walk, let's see if we can get into that meditative, state where we have equanimity. Equanimity. I think I still have the problems to say. So we'll do a few minutes, and let's see how many seconds or minutes that we can get into the state. Okay. So I'm going to ring the bell, and you can step up with your left foot or right foot. It doesn't matter, but and keep breathing in and out as you take your steps. Okay. All right. Let's begin. Deep breathing in, and slowly breathing out. we will do one more circle and then we will return to our seat. Okay, let's get settled in our seat and then we'll sit down. So that is the end of the walking meditation. So now it's the sharing experience session. So let's see.
Where everybody else. Where everybody likes to
Huh?
talk.
Okay. Well, I'll go this way. We'll go to Sean first, I think. So, Sean, how was this session for you?
It was good.
Yes. Yeah.
It's hard trying to find someone I don't like.
Mhm. That's good. That's a good thing to have.
So it's, I don't know. I kind of got lost with it, and I think it's just because it's the first time I've done this type of meditation where I got to imagine different scenarios.
Yes.
Where usually a lot of the guided meditations are like one scenario. There were several in this one, so it would probably take a few times because it takes a lot of concentration to do that, to actually get it to work. But I don't. What's the end result of this one? Is it like peace?
Yeah. So
with
as
people,
you went through the session, I know we imagined 3 scenarios, and it's just a brief practice session for each scenario. So it just, you go away from this lesson knowing that if you encounter that scenario, you know how to do things.
How to deal with
so
it.
you examine your emotion. This session, the purpose of this session is to teach you the technique or the skill to really examine your emotion and find reasons to change your emotion to where you want to be. You want to be in the, stable state of mind. How do you get there? How do you get there? Right? So as you imagine the scenarios during the meditation, was it hard to do?
Yeah.
It was hard to do.
Like generally, I don't dislike anyone.
Yes.
I might not like their views, but I don't generally dislike someone.
Yeah. So I mean, it is just an example, but you can broaden the experience to different experiences.
Yeah, because like if
So-
they're, say, a disagreement versus the confrontation, I usually hold it in, and then I get home, and then I'm like,
Okay. Yeah.
But versus, it's just like any, I don't know. I just don't think any confrontations good. Nothing good comes from it.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah, I think as I was choosing this topic last night, I said, okay, you know, it's not that easy. It's
no,
not
this was
like,
a hard one
but
because, like I said,
Mhm.
there's 3 different scenarios.
Mhm.
The one about someone I like or love, that's the easy one.
Uh-huh.
But finding someone I dislike,
Uh-huh.
there might be things I dislike about them, but I don't dislike the person,
Right.
the whole person.
Yeah.
Whole person's good.
Mhm.
So I try to find someone that had done something to me to try and and dislike them. And even though they'd done something that I disliked, there were things that that person's done that I liked.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
very when you sit down and you hear people, I don't like that person. I don't believe that's true. I believe you don't like something about them.
Yeah.
It's not the person,
Right. Yeah.
because the person could be a good
A good
person in
Yeah.
general.
Mhm.
There's just something you don't like about them.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Well, thank you.
If that
Anita.
makes sense.
Yes.
So yeah, it was a hard one
It
to-
is a
to-
hard one.
to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your sharing. I think we will revisit this topic many times for sure. One time is not enough, I don't think. Yeah. But what about you, Dana?
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's hard to imagine all of it because anybody you can think they have goods and bads.
Mhm.
Pretty
Yeah.
much anybody's got moments where they let you down and moments when they
Yeah.
like that. So
Yes.
it's kind of hard. I think it's important not to take it with you.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good topic.
Yeah, it's a good topic. It's hard to practice.
Yeah.
I think so equanimity meditation, to my understanding, is when we use meditation to get ourselves to a stable state of mind by bypassing things that happen that could stir up our emotion.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I notice
Yeah.
myself more and more. I think, just let it go. It's not
Yeah.
worth it.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
no. I'm more important than what
Right.
they say. I'm more
Yeah.
important than what they do. It's just
Yeah. Yeah.
let it go.
Yeah. I think, we have to really practice a lot to really get there immediately. For example, if someone does something really upsetting to you, how do you stay stable and not into that? You know, in how do you keep in that equanimity immediately?
Well, just
Yeah.
take a deep breath
Yeah.
and think, you don't have to make it a problem.
Yeah.
Let him go.
But if you can't get there immediately, you have to practice. And how do you practice? I think you have to examine the reasons, the reason for feeling like that, and the reason that you need to get out of that, and what can you do to get out of that. I think. Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you for your sharing. Let me just see what Judy. Yeah.
Um, So hearing all the, comments and explaining from you also, like, I realize, like, yeah, daily we deal with people that make you upset. And then to me, the most people make me linger the upset and sad longer is my family member.
Your
than
loved
other
one.
people, my loved one. So the other people around me, like friend, neighbors, or community, whoever say anything bad to me, I don't care. Really, I don't care. If it's really care or worry or upset a little bit, maybe one night, I let it go easy. But not my loved one. It give me a hard time. sometimes I'm thinking, okay, tomorrow will be okay. Tomorrow I'm still not okay. I find out like another week, another month. So I need to practice.
Yeah.
That has hurt me the most is my family members, that they don't trust me, or they say something that misunderstanding. That's hurt me the most. And then like you say, we pick the one that you love, and then they did something wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I don't let go that easy compared to something I don't like, and then to do something good, and then even to do something not good, I'm just like, I'm still stable. I mean, I'm fine. Even I said just maybe one night.
Yeah.
That's the most.
So what does that tell us? You know.
I hurt myself.
So so you.
That I.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I try to get out of it. I try to let go. But it's still tough. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
Yeah. So we touch on the point where we have strong hold of emotions towards certain person or people, right? When you have such strong hold on those people, it's harder. It's harder. To
so we need to learn to let go and detach, like you say. Let go.
Yeah. How do we love but not have strong emotion, strong hold towards? Yeah, it's really hard when it comes to family members. Yeah.
Those are the only ones that can really hurt you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm still learning.
Yeah. So me too. So I know this topic is very hard to discuss and practice. But thank you for your sharing. But that is true, though. Very true. Yeah. So how about Nicole?
Well, I thought it was beautiful, and I was thinking how the middle way can keep you in a state of groundedness. You know, there's a chapter, I'm in the ending chapter, I think they call the middle way the Tao. So it kind of resonated with me for that. And then thinking about the people, like the loved one that hurt me, there's compassion and conversation that we can repair that. Actually, all of the people, I feel like I sent energy of like repair and just energy towards. So that was kind of beautiful just to think of them in a different way. The person that I'm indifferent to was probably the most interesting because that indifference is because I feel like we don't know each other, or perhaps one of us is like masked, or I want to like disrobe them. Like I imagined disrobing them in a way of like where they don't have to have all their walls up and be guarded, and so that I could actually meet the real person. Because I feel like I'm sensitive to that, and that's why I'm indifferent, because I'm not able to trust them yet. And the person that hurt me, or that was kind of hard for me to find too. But it was more of like a strained relationship with this person, and there was a lot of reasons, like not excuses for this strained relationship, but just compassion exchanged in my meditation for why they are or how I felt towards them. So it was fun to give all of them energy and like repair and prevention, I suppose, to help build relationships like we want. It was fun. That was really great.
Thank you. Thank you for your sharing.
Yeah.
I think, the lesson I got out of this, thinking about it, thinking about how to lead this session, make me think that, the ultimate thing, if we can get there, is just to love everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That is, what we strive for. Just love everybody, and not hold any grudges. So I think the Dalai Lama, Jesus, Buddhas, they all teach us to love everybody, all living beings. Love everybody. But we are not able to get there yet. That's why we have to examine our emotions towards different people. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So how about Jasmara?
Well, ironically, this week I have been doing a meditation. It was a 3-part meditation, so I have been doing it before bedtime. Samadhi meditation, using the breath as a bridge, using the breath to create balance, and the last one was equanimity. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We must have telepathy.
yeah, I'm telling you, we're very much connected because this was all this week.
Yeah.
And the fact that that was the topic for today's lesson made me once again realize and reinstate within me that definitely through practice you can learn how to detach from those strong emotions, the grudges you hold and all that, and revisiting the different scenarios today of the loved one, the one that had hurt you, and the person you're indifferent to, made me realize how far I've come and the healing I've been through. And it's been all thanks to the practice I've been, trying to keep steady for a couple of years now, and all that I have been learning this past months. And it's amazing how when I thought of the loved one, right, three different people came to my mind. And I was like, oh, it was one. But, I was like, but it also helped me understand something specifically with one person. I had a very rough situation in my early 20s. I had a miscarriage and all that. And this family member, very religious, came to visit me at the hospital and said all the awful wrong things to me. That even my mom was with me in that room, and my mom's eyes were like this big looking at me. And I know probably all she was saying within her was, please, just Mara, do not explode. Don't say an awful thing. Don't start cursing. Don't start, because it was a very hard moment for me, a very hard moment for her to be there experiencing that with me. And this other person who I love a lot comes in and just starts saying all this. I was like, oh my goodness. Today, I just realized that even though she said all the wrong things at that moment, I was able to send her love. I was able to send her compassion and even gratitude, because she was there with me as well at that moment. And yeah, that was something that just popped up like this. And I was like, oh my, I've been carrying this. And every time I see her, every time I know something has happened to her, because she's in her 80s, it's an older person and all that, I've been like, yeah, sure, whatever, like been very indifferent in many ways. And that's a person I grew up loving so much. And when I realized this today, I was like, oh my goodness, I felt like something just came out. And I just felt lighter.
Oh, that's good.
Way lighter. And then I thought about the person that had done something wrong with me, and not that I dislike, but who's also a family member, sadly. But someone that I was very close to and did something to me, and I put distance. But that person truly did something very nice for me in the past couple of months, and that relationship had been blooming and repairing, and I was grateful and happy joyful to just realize that, oh, that person did this. So I didn't have to imagine those two too hard, because immediately those two situations came up, which was beautiful. Was beautiful. And then when the person that I might be indifferent for, I don't know, for some reason, I started thinking of Diane. Diane, yes. And I was like, oh, okay. Maybe I need to get in touch with Diane. Maybe I need to get to know her better, because I really don't know why, but she was the one that came to my mind. I was like, I don't know. So, but yeah, it was a very healing experience today, and very loving, and being able to send that compassion and that understanding with full awareness. It's just beautiful.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you. I think the topic of equanimity is so deep.
Yes.
It is so deep, and it takes more than one practice,
Oh, yes.
more than
We
one
need to.
discussion. But it makes me realize that we really have to examine our thoughts.
Yes.
We really do have to examine our thought and just think back about all of the experiences and how it helped us to develop and to be better. And the ultimate goal is to have compassion and love for everybody.
Exactly.
Everybody. So,
including ourselves.
yes, everybody. Well, thank you so much for the nice session today. And well, I hope you all enjoy the rest of the weekend, the beautiful Easter weekend. I don't have young children to take for egg hunting anymore, so. And I wish everybody online have a happy weekend also. We get together again next Saturday. And at some point, we're going to do the do nothing meditation. I think that is
We have to try that.
maybe easy, maybe not.
Maybe not. That's the thing. You think it might be
Okay.
do nothing? Oh, it sounds so easy.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. So, yeah. So, thank you very much. Namaste.
Think of nothing. That's why I don't know how I can not think of nothing.
That's why for you, yeah, so that's going to be hard. Yeah.
Because my mind's always going.
Well, I know, but